All right, juniors, welcome back. I know that probably in this class I got a lot of kids who are really not into being back right now, but fact is I'm glad to see you guys, and I love this time of year, man. These few weeks we have leading up to Christmas break are great. They're a little bit more relaxed in some ways, and I hope that that's the way this year goes. But because of the chaos outside of the school walls, especially health-wise, I felt like it was good to do another one of these videos because I feel like a few of you are going to have to be out for quarantine reasons. Hopefully none of you are actually sick, none of you or your families, but some of you, because of the holidays, may have been around people who were, and you may be quarantined. I've already had several emails from students who that is the case. So what I want to do is I want to shoot you a quick video about this week. Now, be careful. Week 16 and 17 are both in your OneNote right now. We are in week 16. 17's next week. I just worked ahead. So make sure you don't read the wrong thing, and hopefully you're watching this video and that's not a problem. So let's talk about what's going on this week. We've already read Emerson in your class. You guys are a little bit ahead of the other class. So we're going to start this week with Thoreau, who's my favorite. We're going to look at, there's four big American writers from this time period. It's like the golden age of American writing. You've got Emerson, who we already read. You've got Thoreau, who we're about to read. You've got Emily Dickinson, who we're going to read, and Walt Whitman, who we're going to finish with. Those four probably go on the Mount Rushmore of American Lit, and they're powerful, powerful writers. So we're going to read Thoreau, who's my favorite of the four, on Monday. We're going to read from an excerpt from a book he wrote called Walden, which is a personal favorite of mine. Tuesday, though, is when we get to my absolute favorite of his, and that is going to be the Civil Disobedience. By, again, Henry David Thoreau. Right now I'm looking at your assignments and realize I need to do something before class starts. We're going to read Civil Disobedience, which some of you are going to have issues with. Some of you are going to dislike what he has to say, but hopefully there'll be enough interesting stuff in there that you can write about it, because your assignment for this week 16 assignment is going to be taking pre-reading opinions, which I'm going to give you that today. I've got to still type it up, but it's going to be opinions about certain topics. You're just going to write a few sentences, and then on Tuesday, when we're done talking about Thoreau, you're going to pick one of those topics and write about how reading, whether Thoreau or Emerson, how reading them has maybe made you think differently about it. Not changed your mind, okay? You may not feel like you're any different as far as your final opinion, but maybe you've got a different angle on some subjects. And you're going to write about that in a journal, and that's going to be your grade for this week, okay? Wednesday and Thursday are poetry days. Those are going to be on Emily Dickinson's poetry. Again, you're going to have videos for all of these, especially if you're watching at home. Relax. I got you covered. All right? Emily Dickinson's interesting. I wouldn't say she's one of my favorites, but she's definitely important, and we're going to talk about her then. Friday, we're going to start on a very, very controversial figure, Walt Whitman. We're going to do the first part of his. You'll get the second part next week, okay? But Walt Whitman is an interesting character for sure. So we're going to be getting through most of these now. We're going to finish him up next week in week 17. But we should get most of this information this week. So you guys, when you do have, we are going to have a test next week. You'll be ready to go. Now, pretty heavy in-class lecture this week. Every day we're doing something. So be ready. Next week will be a little easier, but this week's a little bit of a push. So I do expect some work from you guys, but I know you can do it. I realize that you're tired. I realize that even though we had a week off, you're ready for more. I know that there's a lot of stuff going on outside, good and bad, that can be a little bit distracting. But I know you can do this, and a lot of you really need this week because a lot of you have some really low grades, and we need to get those pulled up. So hopefully this will be a good chance, and hopefully these guys are people that you kind of enjoy. A lot of my classes like Emily Dickinson. She's not tough. She's interesting. Whitman's a little harder. Thoreau is really difficult, but the fact that I love him so much usually means that you'll be okay. So hopefully this will work. Any of you who are out and would like to be a part of class any of these days, maybe just watching the videos isn't enough, you're welcome to Zoom in. You've got to email me and let me know. I don't leave Zoom open. That even goes for people who've been out for a while. Emily, if you've been out for the entire year, if you want to Zoom in a class, you're welcome to do so. I would love to have that. I haven't seen you all year. I haven't seen you since March of last year. So it would be great to see your face. So just let me know if you would like to do that, okay? Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week ahead. I know it's going to be a tough week, but I think it's going to be a good one. I hope you're enjoying the weather. I know I love this weather right now. This cooler weather is just making me feel so much better. So anyway, I got to go up and do temperature duty. I'm pointing at my head because the temperature gun, not because I'm pretending to shoot myself. We got that coming up, and I'll see you in just a little bit, actually. So hope you guys have a great week.